Hey everybody, Kneecap here. I'm going to be doing a healing guide for Court of Stars, and obviously that's only completed on Mythic difficulty. When you come in, you have to interact with this little lantern here. I am by no means an expert on Court of Stars. I have healed it on +6, Mythic +6, which, is nothing to brag about, but it is a little bit harder for Holy Paladins in here. Court of Stars is just known for its like AoE damage to your group.
This presents a rare opportunity to catch her away from her source of power.
So you're going to interact with that, a boat's going to come, and then you come take this little boat. And this is all just automatically done. And it like teleports you up here. 100. Starts off nice and easy, just like a single pull here. It's also one, since you're basically running through the city of Suramar, so it's like it's a little bit easy to get lost too.
Charged with keeping order during the party. Might I suggest the hidden approach?
As you can see, you can kind of interact with these pillars, and you need to do that. Most of the things you can interact with, you want to interact with. I will say this is a lot easier on regular Mythic than it is on +6, so maybe it won't be as hard as I thought it would be. I guess we're not going to interact with that little pillar. I know you want to. It makes something easier later on. Nothing big here at the start, just healing the tank. We don't even have one of our DPS yet. So now we're actually going to be taking a little bit more damage. Got some ads coming. Tank's taking a bunch of damage right now. Yeah, this isn't too bad so far. I was coming in here. Full disclosure, I've only ran this on as Mythic Keystone before, and Mythic 6 is the hardest I've done in here. And this is, so far, I mean, much easier than what I would have expected. See, I can't interact with this pillar, but I could have interacted with the other one, but we didn't clear up to it, so. Call attack there, you can see. There's a bunch of stuff to dispel. The guide for this is pretty good. So the big thing you have to do is jump to free yourself from arcane lockdown on the first boss. So you just literally have to jump up and down, kind of like a noob, but it's just what you have to do. Have my game volume turned all the way off. Also helps that we have a very good tank. So you just seen he asked if anyone was an alchemist, and you can see his flask right there. Apparently, maybe max first aid can do it as well. I don't know. He said he has max first aid. So it looks like he will get to drink his flask, which I've never not had an alchemist in my group. We have a ton of alchemists in my guild because of how expensive flasks and stuff are, at least before 7.1. So I've always at least had an alchemist. Oh, everyone's taking damage. Well, I'm not paying attention. This is kind of an example, though, of how there is AoE damage in here. It's just not quite super high. Excuse me. See, it basically turned off that pillar. Can now actually go interact with that one as well, but looks like we're gonna pull the boss back here to where we cleared. And then
beware.
Okay, so you don't stand in that, obviously. Some people did. And there's going to be these little beams of light as well. So now you have to jump
Beware.
to get these off of you. So anyone who's not jumping right now, like the hunter,
Beware.
I'm going to have to try to cleanse it off of him. Because you can cleanse it off as well. But obviously your cleanse has a cooldown, so you can't just cleanse it off. You have to. Some people are going to have to jump. Shoot. Don't want to stand in that attack. That's for sure. Tank needs something cleansed off him. This is just cleansing and jumping.
Beware.
I'm going to cleanse the hunter again, since he doesn't jump. I was going to go drink his flask. Which is fine.
Beware.
A lot of people standing in things, but do you know what hero is, he says? Oh. So now we bumped heroism for some reason. So I'm just going over here to grab this quest item. This is a part where it's kind of easy to get lost. I barely remember where to go myself.
From one another. This bond must be broken.
Not the most intelligent group I've ever had. They kicked the mage because he didn't pop hero when he, or time warp when they wanted him to. This is important. These little imps here do a ton of damage, and it's basically impossible to heal through as a paladin. So hopefully they start DPSing him. I'm gonna bubble myself and just try to heal everyone else up. And I'm dead. Oh, so anyways, those imps right there that you just saw, you can't actually just heal through them if they're just going crazy on you like that. So you actually have to stun them, DPS them, whatever. I'm sure like a shaman or other classes can heal through them, but as a paladin you won't be able to. Hopefully they don't pull those imps. Those are going to be your bane. Here's a holy paladin. The damage is just so intense on them, and it just doesn't stop. Alright, so our other DPS is finally here, so that'll help. Looks like we're trying to run through here. Oh god, imps. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and pop my wings. It's gonna be my only chance. Phew! See, that damage is just intense. For not having like a chain heal or a wild growth or something, that's rough. Spell detonation on everybody. So this entire little mini boss, you're just healing through AoE damage the whole time. Oh, I wanted to see what he said. Yeah, if you first aid or if you're a healer, you can get that guy up and it'll summon this instead. Oh, cool. Some more good old AoE damage. Looks like I can interact with that fellow orb, but we didn't clear there.
Not very clever of you to challenge all of us.
There's a boss. Yeah.
Slash.
So you gotta dispel, and the damage just ramps up as the fight goes on.
Beware.
Gotta obviously dodge that. They didn't. Just gonna pop everything here. They need to be getting these ads down.
Beware.
And that's not how you play.
To prepare. You. Have a look over there.
This is kind of like a big reason why I don't do as many mythics and mythic pluses as I probably should, because my guild doesn't do a ton of them. And when you're in these groups like this, I mean, it's hit or miss. So, I mean, obviously you can't do this on heroic. So if you're in here, you're on mythic, and hopefully, you know, your group knows to kill the imps. And if you ask them to kill the imps, they'll kill the imps. We'll see if they actually listen on this attempt here.
Who needs henchmen? I'll burn myself.
Beware.
Yeah, here comes the imps. See if they'll kill him. Looks like they are. For the most part. Just get them down. Thank you. See, if the imps go down, then this all of a sudden becomes a very easy thing.
Beware.
Another eruption, some more imps. It's just that easy. If you kill the imps, it's quite simple.
You've done well so far, but we must ensure you blend in with the
So now you need to come talk to this girl,
infuse it with latent magic to make you appear as
and
one
you
of
turn
the
into your like Nightborn outfit.
spies attending this party.
And now, like, the whole point in here is, if you don't know what you're doing, then don't worry about it. So you're kind of talking to guests and getting hints about you're supposed to be getting hints on who the spy is or whatever. So if you have DBM, it actually kind of tells you over here. So we know it's no cape, male, and it has a book, and it has short sleeves. So that's what you're looking for. You're looking for the correct one. So no cape, book, male, short sleeves. I don't see a book on him. That's what you're looking for. Got him, somebody said. So once you find the correct one, then you'll come over here. They'll kind of come, and they're gonna turn like into a demon. This isn't too bad comparatively. There's a carrion swarm that goes on everybody. You can dispel that off. It doesn't last too long. This isn't like a real boss. It's just something you have to deal with, I guess.
Excellent. Now that we have the key, the way to the balcony should be open. It's time to put an end to
Not
Elsa.
to leave so soon, Grand Majesty.
Lose the key there.
Do you expect me to waste time chattering with rapid movement as my enemies close?
I don't even know if you have to loot the key. It looks like it. So I can open the door because I looted the key.
Impossible. My guards would never permit such an intrusion.
Yet another
Alright, so this boss, you just kind of stay spread out for the most part. Don't stand in anything. Let's see what else it says. Spread out, slight influx increasing it. Yep, and the fight just gets harder as you go. So if you have heroism, it's great. If not, oh well.
Beware.
We actually had someone pop something, probably a pet for the hunter. So
Beware.
you're gonna dodge anything you can. Slicing Maelstrom is something you have to deal with. So he charges that. I believe you can completely avoid that charge.
Beware.
Just like I avoided that Gale effect there. So now it's going to AoE. And this is just going to ramp up. I'm going to go ahead and use my Aura Mastery on the second one here. And it'll probably get off the third one. And then I'll pop my wings.
Beware.
So I'm going to pop my wings here. So you see I completely avoided that. Oh, I didn't actually. I almost completely avoided that Blade Surge. And if you're able to get through it with only 3 or 4 of those AoE attacks, then you'll be fine. When you start getting more than that, yeah, it's definitely gonna be harder.
May have missed our chance at the Grand Magistrate.
So, I mean, that's pretty much how you do this. We ended up having a pretty decent group, pretty high DPS, so it wasn't too bad. That's about it though. Thumbs up and sub, and everyone have a good one.